Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So I'm in a very, very, very bad spot, and I feel pretty much like nothing at this point. I took out so basically my job, I work, it's a federal job. I guess I could say it. I work at the United States Postal Service, and we lost a lot of our package volume, so I knew that I was going to have to come up with some more money somehow, and stupidly, I took on day trading, and I made like $120,000 in 3 months, but I took out a $60,000 loan to get that. Long story short, I ended up losing the money, and then I took out another loan to try and make it back and lost it too. So now I owe like $6,200 a month in expenses, and I make like $4,000, and I'm about to lose my job because I can't afford a delivery vehicle to deliver out of because it's part of the contract. And I'm freaking out. My girlfriend cheated on me, and I feel like I'm going to lose her, and I feel like a lame excuse for a man, and I just don't know what to do anymore.
All right. Well, first of all, take a deep breath. I'm glad you called us, and I want to start with the fact that you're not a loser. You've had some losses, and those losses sting, but welcome to the human race. You made some poor decisions, and really what you did is you made one bad decision, then you got panicked, and you made another bad decision trying to bail yourself out. But I got to tell you, you're not a loser, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. This isn't a pep talk. You're not a loser. Sorry about the girlfriend situation. You'll look back on this many years from now, and you'll thank God that you didn't go the long haul with her. So you've got two massive hurts, just absolute, a left hook and a right cross, and you're spinning. So
I'm still with her. I'm trying to figure everything out.
Well, we're not going to talk about the relationship part right now. I want to focus on the bigger issue, which is you're $100,000 in debt and you might lose your job. Okay. So
yeah.
How certain are you that you're going to lose the job?
Meet EveryDollar budgeters Christy and Steve. They used to fight about money.
I'm the spender.
I'm definitely the saver.
Now that they budget with EveryDollar, they're on the same page.
Money is definitely one thing we do not ever fight about.
Having the budget gave me the permission to spend.
Knowing that the money is in each category, it just allowed us to work together better.
Now that's what we call a win-win.
Now we just have to pick paint colors.
We can't help you with that. EveryDollar. Create your free account today.
How certain are you that you're going to lose the job? Is this a foregone conclusion because you can't afford a car?
I mean, I might be able to get my dad or my grandmother or somebody to help me get a vehicle. So that's a peace of mind there. I don't think that they would let me die, I guess.
Well, first of all, but you're not going to die, okay? We've taken calls, George, with a lot more debt on the line than the 100,000.
Yeah, there's not like a bookie coming after you, is there? Like, are you burying the lead here?
I'm just so overwhelmed because of how much underwater I am every month, and I've been working like 60 to 80 hours a week for the past 5 years, and
for how
I've got
much?
Nothing to show
What's
for
your income?
So last year was 87,000, and this year with the overtime cut, it looks like it's going to be about 65 or 70.
Okay.
And how old are you?
24.
Are you currently working with the no overtime? How many hours a week are you averaging right now?
I'm getting like 55. So right now I'm getting about $2,500 every 2 weeks take home, but that's going to be gone in about 2 months.
Okay,
It'll
so
drop to like 1,800.
Okay, so here's some good news. Good news. You feel like you can get a vehicle. You feel like you got a family member that can bail you out in the short term to keep this initial job. We want to do everything we can to keep it. But you're going to have to, you've worked crazy hours before. You're going to have to work a second job, maybe a third job for the foreseeable future. And that's all.
I just don't know how because I'm so tired. I'm mentally exhausted.
I get it, brother. But guess what? I had my wife and I had 3 kids under the age of 3. I don't want to hear a young 24-year-old tell me how mentally exhausted he is. I'm just going to pull that card out, George. Single moms have stood on this debt-free stage many, many times. and talked about how much debt they paid off. I'm not knocking or in any way minimizing how tired you feel because you've been through a lot emotionally, but you got plenty left in the tank. I've just seen people deal with far more than you're dealing with right now. All right, here's the good news. You're not married to this woman. All right, it hurts.
No.
But you don't have time for a girlfriend right now. There is no way out of this, Alex. That's what I'm trying to tell you. George and I don't have a magic piece of advice right now for you to get out of this, other than you're going to have to get A, a better job, or B, get a second or third job to get the income in. So I want you to suspend your disbelief for just a moment. And I want to bring George in. And let's just say that we can get our income back up to that 80,000 or 85,000 where you were before. George, I want you to walk him through, because this is a kid right here who does not believe that he can get out of this thing. Let's go walk him through what he does to begin to knock this 100,000 down.
Well, let's talk about what kind of debt this is exactly. So how much debt total? You told us the monthly number. What's the total balance?
They're all unsecured loans, and one of them is $43,000, and then another one is $30,000, but that one's a 22% interest rate. And then I have another one at $14,000, and then I owe my dad $11,700. But I just wanted to briefly touch it. Like, I get that I'm not married to that girl, but I have been with her for 4 years, and she's got a 5-year-old, so I'm like all she knows, So
yeah, but buddy,
I feel like a failure to them.
But Alex, you're not. She cheated on you. This is a separate call.
And you told us she's giving up on you.
Yeah, we don't have time in this call to address that. The bigger issue, my friend, is your money situation. Okay, George.
So so you have about $100,000 in unsecured debt. And who gave you these loans?
SoFi Bank and Citibank.
And they're just all personal loans?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the deal. You don't pay them a dime until you've paid your own bills first. Food, utilities, housing, transportation. So if we look at those areas, how can we cut down on those areas in order to create some margin? Where are you living right now?
I live with my girlfriend and we rent. It's actually a really, really good situation where we've been there for several years, and the rent and utilities together is only $800. It's a little trailer.
Okay. I don't know if, the price point, sure, but the living situation doesn't sound ideal to me. But you make a great salary for a 24-year-old living in Knoxville, Tennessee. Can we agree on that? That if you didn't have debt, you'd have a great life.
Yeah, that's all I really want.
Have you cut off all access to day trading or any other gambling?
Yes and no. I'm still looking to see if I've got $7,000 cash left. I was trying to see if I could find,
Alex,
one big.
No.
This is not Ocean's 11. You're not going to hit the roulette table and strike it rich and clean up this mess. You're just going to dig yourself into a deeper hole. That's what got us into this mess. Would you agree? Is desperation and greed?
Yeah.
So it's not the way out either. And so you have to cut off access to the thing that ruined your life, which is day trading.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the solution. You are the solution. You getting off your butt, working 60, 70 hours for the next 2 years, that's what's going to clean this up. So how can we get you making...
More than that.
What's that?
It's probably going to be more than 60 or 70 because I'm working 55 now. I'm going to have to work another full-time job just to make the payments.
Well, or like Ken said, you find a better paying job.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think that I have to work 100 hours because I make 25 hours, $25 an hour.
Yeah.
What are the skills that have caused you to make this money? And how can we find a different job even that can pay more than that? Maybe that's not a government job in the private sector.
That's the problem is I never finished school, so I don't have a degree, so anything else looks like less.
No, you don't need a degree. You know what you need to do is go get a job in the trades. They don't care about degrees. If you show up and work hard, you'll make money. But I'm going to tell you something, Alex. I'm really concerned because I'm still hearing a guy who's so beat up that doesn't believe he can get out of this. And George just gave you the answer. You don't have to pay all these people right away. You got to take care of you first.
It's unsecured. If it goes to collections, they'll write it off and they'll live to fight another day.
You're going to be fine. But I'd get out of this little teeny tiny trailer with this woman who cheated on you too. My goodness, you're staring at failure all day long.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.